Welcome to the Nomi Bachar podcast. Her mission is to help people reach their true potential, transform limitations, and achieve a life of fulfilling success. Nomi is a human potential expert, motivational speaker, and trained psychotherapist who created the highly acclaimed method and program Gates of Power. She is the author of the best-selling book Gates of Power, Actualize Your True Self, and founder of White Cedar Institute for Expanded Living.
Your wholeness is your true nature. You have it. It's in you. You were born like that. You are that. What happened, or what happens, is that over lifetimes, and you can think about this life, things happen to you, things happen around you that knock you out of alignment, out of your wholeness. You interpret certain things, you internalize certain things, and so on. And by doing that, you are all of a sudden out of alignment. And not all of a sudden, sometimes it takes a little while, but fact is, at this point, you're out of alignment. So I created Gates of Power program to give you the tools to bring yourself back to alignment. And meditations are only one tool that I use. So I want you to understand that the program uses 5 different modalities, transformational modalities. Meditation, spiritual understanding is one. The other one is emotional processes, deep emotional clearing and releasing, which we cannot always do in a meditation. People need to cry and to scream and to move, and all of that we do in workshops or in one-on-ones. The other one is creative expression and just expression, which again, you cannot do quite in a meditation. Meditation is a specific tool. We also use the actionable plan. And if you don't take actions, some things in your life are not going to move, So again, that's not something that we can do in a meditation. So there is emotional, there is energetic, there is creative, there is expressive, there is actionable, all of that stuff. The program is not complete just by doing meditations. Meditations are a very strong tool, and I love them personally. But please know that you're getting something, you're getting a part of the program. So I would encourage you that if you can, give yourself the benefit of doing sessions, coming to workshops, and so on. Some of you cannot because whatever, you're not working, there's no money or whatever. And some of you are actively in doing that. 2 very important concepts that I touch on over and over again. One is your wholeness. Let's think about it as a pizza pie with 7 pieces. And the 7 gates of power, the gate of the body, the gate of emotions, the gate of dialogue, the gate of creative expression, the gate of life path, the gate of silence, and the gate of knowledge. All these are pieces of the pie. And if few of them are not quite sitting, you're not whole. You cannot be whole. So it's not enough just to meditate. It's important to have all the pieces really work well. And we have to invest consciously in each one of those gates. And the other concept that's important is within your inner being, there are three aspects: your emotional self, your defensive self, and your expanded self. And if your defensive self is the leader of this pack, you're not going to be whole. And in a lot of the cases, until we do a lot of work and we shift that, your defensive is the leader. And it creates tightness. It creates fear-based mentality. It creates things that don't allow you to be whole. So what's important is to heal your emotional and everything that's there, to relax your defensive and normalize it, and to establish your expanded self as the leader, the healer, the parent of the three. And that takes a bunch of work, but it's very important to do that. So these two concepts I will come back to again and again in different ways as we do this work. So for today, the first question I want to ask you is, what is the root of your misalignment? What is the root of your misalignment? I call it the crack in the vase. And what do I mean by that? Your psyche is a vase. Your spirit is beyond the body, beyond the mind, and beyond your psyche. Your spirit is the consciousness of the universe. But we're human beings. We're walking in this body, in this psyche, on this earth at this point, and we want to heal the crack, the injured part of the vase, the psyche. So in the meditations of this month, we're going to be looking into that. Now, when we do a workshop, again, we do the emotional part, we do the energetic part, we do the expressive part, and so on. We're going to do the meditational part of healing this. The first part is very relaxing. I'm trying to relax you and put you in a meditative space. But we're just doing that so we can do the work a little better. That's not an excuse to go into deep sleep. All right. If you're laying down, make sure that your spine is comfortable. The same if you're sitting. The spine needs to be comfortable, and the neck especially needs to be comfortable. We have a tendency to strain the neck. So pay attention to the feeling of the neck. Let the shoulders relax, flow down. Let the jaw be soft, soft. So your mouth is a little open and there is a little space between your lips and between your teeth. Let the eyes lean back. So you want to imagine that the eyes have two little pillows and they're leaning back. Now bring yourself from all the places that you scattered yourself during the day. Bring yourself into your body and into the center of your chest, into your heart. Say to yourself, I do not need to be anywhere else. I'm here and I love it. Pay attention for a minute to the room. Just listen to the sounds. Listen to the energy in the room. If there's a clock, listen to the clock. You want to ground yourself in the moment, in your body and in the room. And find your breath. For a minute, speak to your body very lovingly. My dear, dear body, you can relax now. You can relax now. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. Relax. Face, relax. Feel that your face is melting. So relaxed, so surrendered. Let it melt. Neck, relax. Throat, relax. Shoulders and shoulder blades. When I'm mentioning a part of the body, go there and actually help it relax. Communicate with it. Chest, heart, lungs, relax. Right arm, right hand, relax. Left arm, left hand, relax. Stomach. Feel your stomach for a minute. All the inner organs. Relax, relax, relax. Now move to your pelvis. Really feel the energies there. Sensations. And speak to your pelvis and the organs that sit there. Relax, relax, relax. Thighs, relax. Knees, relax. Shins, calves, relax. Ankles, relax. Feet, relax. Your whole body is allowed to move freely. Your body is just a river of energy pulsations. So let it stream, let it be. Now, if you are falling asleep, wake yourself up. This is not a sleeping meditation. Relaxed, but very aware, awake. Count 4 breaths, just for you to become present. 4 very deep breaths. Now come to your mind and observe it for a minute. What is happening in your mind? Now gently and lovingly speak to your mind. Dear mind, we don't need a lot of thinking right now. We don't need thinking, actually. Relax. And imagine that you are letting the thoughts drip away like little droplets of rain. Release them, let them go. Then breathe. Now you want to make sure that you're not sleeping, that you're really here. Now move into your heart center. What are the feelings that you feel there right now? Do not judge, do not assess, do not try to fix anything. Just for a minute, observe if there are any feelings floating within you. Have them be okay, whatever it is there. Whatever is there is fine. And now in the emotional center of yourself, ask yourself, what is the feeling that causes me most hurt? What is the feeling that causes me most discomfort, most pain, most fear, most anxiousness? What is that feeling. And you need to be very accepting of whatever feeling comes. Don't go into other people, other things. Stay in the center of your heart. What causes you the most discomfort, the most pain, the most fear, the most insecurity, the most sadness, loneliness? What is that feeling that generates this kind of impact? And breathe and open yourself up to feel that, to connect to that. It's a point deep within your heart that is generating anxiety, sense of separation, loneliness, distrust. What is that within you? And maybe you can see, allow yourself to see image, to see, to maybe a memory comes. Maybe a sentence comes, maybe a song, something that really encapsulates that feeling. And be open to whatever comes. And breathe. How do you feel in the world from this feeling? How do you feel about other people from this feeling? Where is it that the feeling hits you most in the body? How do you feel about yourself when you're in that feeling? Can you think of a time in your life when that feeling was very strong, very dominant? What do you want to say out of that feeling? What is your heart crying for in that feeling? If your pain could speak, what would it say? Usually we get in touch with this feeling when we're very upset. Somehow that feeling is underneath every upset, every strong upset. That feeling hides there. So you might want to think of moments in your life when you felt very upset, and that would help you get in touch with that feeling. Who do you associate with that feeling? Just don't think from your mind. Just see if somebody comes. Who you associate with this feeling? What do you associate in this feeling? And breathe. Now, last question. How did that feeling impact your life? You just want to see things. You don't want to think intellectually. How did it impact or is still impacting your life? Your relationships to yourself and others, your creativity, your expression, your sense of freedom, your sense of trust, your ability to move forward with things that you want. Just feel into things. Don't think about them that much. And breathe. You want to allow openness. You want to allow subconscious images to come. You want to allow your heart to speak, not your mind. I'm just going to give you 3 minutes of quiet to be with whatever you discovered. And be very accepting, very surrendered very allowing to whatever came. No judgment, just acceptance and breathing. Slowly come back again to the body. Get in touch with sensations, with the feelings in the body. And take a minute to come back to the present moment, to your room, to your chair, to the sounds. And see if you can encapsulate for yourself that feeling that came to you. If you can just be a little more in touch with it now, you don't want to lose it. Take a few very, very deep breaths. And slowly begin to move the hands, the feet, the neck, shoulders. You might want to move and stretch just a bit. And slowly come back